This is Fred Beck from Fred Dogs Fighting. I'm joined over Zoom by one half of Misfits 018 main event. The girl who'll be fighting Elle Brooke, Jenny Savage. Jenny, thanks for joining me today. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. All right.
The spirits have been lifted, is one might say, sort of vibe. You're in a good mood.
Yes, absolutely. I've been had a pretty good streak for the past couple months, and it seems like there's only nowhere else but up. So I feel very very good.
So we'll just dive straight into it. How did that fight between you and Elle Brooke come around?
Well, I have a name in the BKFC. I've made it to the world title. I guess stage where I fought Britain Hart. It didn't go my way, went to decision, and then I fought Taylor Starling. It also didn't go my way, and I feel like that I won that fight. I broke my hand. I've been through a lot of grief, so I decided put the BKFC on the back burner for now, and start to raise my value. So I decided to fight for Creator Fight League, where I was put in contact with Anthony Taylor, and I was just lucky enough to have the eyes or the right eyes on me, which put me into this position. And my coach arranged some things. He contacted Mams uh, or Matt Young, and I believe that that's just what went why I'm here now.
Oh, I know Matt and Mams, so Matt's really nice, and so is Mams. What about this though? Did you know Elle Brooke when you become familiar with Elle?
Because she fought Paige Van Zant, and I just seen her as like a class act, despite what other people say in the comment sections and things. And I was very interested in fighting her.
Did you be impressed by her performance against Paige? Did it impress you?
Very much. I think that she's a talented fighter, and I think that she's going to display a lot of heart. And generally, I would want to be more aggressive in this situation, but it's really hard for me as an advocate for suicide and bullying. That I mean, I feel like if it's unwarranted, that I want to be more of a supporter of those who are kicked while they're down. And I think that she's doing great things. She gives opportunities to women like me, and otherwise I wouldn't have this ability to grow my own platform to put my message out. So kudos to her for being as strong as she is mentally and physically. And yeah.
No, certainly it is pretty good indeed. Did you think she beat Paige? Did you think it was a draw? Do you think Paige won? How did you score the fight?
I believe that it if I was judging, I would say that Elle won, but at the same time I could see why they had a draw, because after Paige was knocked down, she came back with a lot of force and fire. So I think she made up for it, where I think that Brooke started gassing out in the second round. So it's a fair, I guess, somewhat fair decision.
Do you think Elle's cardio could be a weakness to her?
Um, I think it could be. I think she has a lot of holes that I could exploit. I believe that she is very aggressive, and I'm more of a counter kind of methodical fighter. I think things through while I'm fighting, and so she's gonna be a bit. I'm probably gonna have a cardio challenge, if anything. But we've been working on cardio, running. Our main focus is aggression and cardio. So I don't know if that's her weakness. It could be. I think that she was probably partially outclassed once. She made Paige respect her, because I believe that she wasn't respected before that. So I mean, there's a lot of aspects.
No, certainly. I think she got Paige's respect for the knockdown. But where do you think Elle's biggest strength is? Now we've done the weaknesses of the other half. What would you say her biggest strength is?
Her straight right. She has a very clean straight right, and I think that she's a solid fight camp. She's got really good coaches. She's surrounded by great fighters. So I think that having all of the resources and support that a fighter would need, she's gonna be a great like Jake Paul if she's not already.
Down the line, certainly. But for yourself though, how do you measure up against Elle? I believe, are you the shorter woman? Elle's 5'2", I think, 5'1".
We're both 5'2", 5'1". I believe that I have the advantage in being a southpaw and just having overall experience in the fight game. I mean, I've been through quite a bit of wars, and I can say that I'm used to being the underdog. I'm used to being doubted, and I feel like there's more pressure on her to perform against me, being that I'm the second real fighter that she's had to face. So I think that I have a lot to display, and I believe in myself so much. So just that alone, I believe that it's going to be very hard for her to get the victory out of me.
So you think when the going gets tough and you to bite down your mouth guard, that's where you belong.
Yes, I believe that I am. I've always meant to be a fighter um, since I was little. I've always wanted to be a boxer with gloves on, not not without. So this is actually a dream come true to have a my first, what I would consider my first boxing match. I've had two exhibitions prior, but I've had to find them myself at the last minute on weird circumstances, and I feel like this will be my first boxing test. I mean, I haven't worn 8 ounce gloves at all. I mean, I've had 6 ounce gloves and MMA gloves, but this will be my biggest fight to date, and my first time wearing these kind of gloves. So it's not like bare knuckle boxing. I believe it's more comparable to a collision, whereas bare knuckle is more how you say superficial, like the cuts and things of such. You can break your hands like I did. But I feel like I'm battle tested because of bare knuckle. I'm battle tested because of my mixed martial arts background, and overall, I've just been submerged in boxing. So yeah, I believe that it's going to be my night, and I have no doubts.
I know we'll wait and see. It's going to be a good one for sure. Have you been to Newcastle before? The fight's taking place in Newcastle. Have you been to England? Have you visited Newcastle? Are you familiar?
No, actually, my family is from, well, my mom's side is from Germany, but I've never left the North America continent. I've been to the border of Mexico, and I've been to Canada. I've been Alberta, but I've never been overseas. So
Wow,
this
so your
will
whole life you've never gone abroad. Wow.
never, no, just in North America.
Have you got your passport sorted?
Yes, yes. We've had it for a while now. We were supposed to go to the Philippines, to Japan. We were supposed to go to China. None of those things happened partially because of the pandemic. So this is actually, I wouldn't have never thought in 2020 that I would even be able to leave the United States. So this is huge. This is very huge for me.
No, certainly pretty cool. It's always fun for work, I guess, when you travel, and that's the favorite part of my job when you travel and see all these different places, which you wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for your job. But before I let you go here, Jenny, prediction: how's it go down with you and Elle?
Oh, my prediction?
Hmm.
Oh, I predict that I'm going to knock her out in the second round, or I'm going to TKO her. I'm going to stop her.
Why the second round specifically?
I just have dreams about it. I actually had dreams about getting this opportunity before. I want to say I was really down, wondering what I was going to do next. And my first boxing fight in Nashville almost didn't happen due to confusion and information. So I was like, dude, I really want this fight. And then I asked myself why. I went within, and then I took a nap, and I had a dream that I was fighting Elle. And I'm pretty prophetic, and when I commit to my prophecies, and I get away from fear and doubt, magical things happen within myself. Well, most of the time I'm either sleeping or kind of in the shower, somewhere where I'm kind of idle minded, and I'm just in my own thoughts, and separate from anything that's fearful. So I just have this thought that as long as I'm in the spirit and I'm not fearful at all, that I get what I want.
And you said at the beginning of the interview about spreading your message and your message. Now we're about to wrap this up. Can you just tell us your message now on Zoom?
Well, my message is that never give up. Your story isn't over. My son's father, he took his life in 2020 from the pandemic, where life was a little bit too much for him. And he lit a fire underneath me for my son to not spitefully, because I was upset with him, but just be the strong person that my son needs, because my son is just like his father. And he's bright, intelligent, misunderstood, a very beautiful human. And I believe that we all have our own beauty that we should embrace for ourselves. And we always anticipate the love of others, but at the end of the day, we're the ones that are in that ring and that cage, on that mat, in the gym a lot of the times alone. So we've got to have that inner strength and be reminded that life is within us and that we got to pull it out sometimes ourselves. It's not easy, but I believe that it's worth living and life is beautiful. And so my final thing that I want to say is to live in the moment. Don't think about the past, and don't fear the future. Just stay in the moment and everything will work out.
That's very well put. So thank you very much, Jenny. That's a really, really nice message for sure. Will your son be coming? Is your son coming to Newcastle?
Unfortunately, he'll have school, so he has to focus on his academics. He also is a graphic designer, so he has his own thing going on. He's 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's got his own thing going on, and yeah, I'm so proud of my son.
I'm sure he'll be watching. I'm sure he'll be watching for the zone link for sure. But yeah, Jenny, it's really, really good interview here. You were pretty well spoken. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Newcastle, less than 4 weeks away. So thanks very much. Before we wrap this up, if people want to find you social media wise, where can they find you on social media, Instagram, Twitter, etc.?
You can find me at the Tennessee Gangster. If you can't find it for some reason on one of my accounts, I think they're all the Tennessee Gangster. Just look up Jenny Savage, and I'll pop right up.
Awesome, Jenny. Thanks very much. You spoke very well there.
Thank you so much for having me.